Okay, my name is Alessandro Sicora and I'm a social work educator from University of Calabria.
Yeah, well, my name is Jesper Mogsgaard. I'm working at a university college in Aalborg, northern part of Denmark, as a teacher teaching pedagogues.
Okay, we use I cannot say we use the international definition, but I think that Italy and the other countries share the same idea of social work. The only difference, I could say, that Italy is especially focused on this idea that the social workers have to work in a three-dimensional way. I mean that a good social worker has to be good in dealing with the clients, with the users. This is number one. Then they also have to be good in working with the community in order to create more resources for the people in need. And the third one, to be good in dealing with his or her organization in order to change the organization to be that organization more good in providing good service for the social work, for the users.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think we have an exact definition at it, actually. And it's a very broad.
How do you see social work then?
We see it as that we have people with social problems. Actually, one of the things I'm teaching is also an area we call people with social problems. And one of the things we're discussing now is that shall we call it people with social problems, or should we call it people in social problems instead of, so that we try to move it from the single person and say you have a problem, to say that the problem is the relation, or the problem is in the system.
Okay. Now we are trying, I mean social worker educators in Italy, some of us especially, we try to push our students and also social workers to think in a more global way, because Italy was a country where people used to go abroad to find a job, but since 20 years ago we also have a lot of migrants coming to us. So globalization can be seen like that, and to better understand these new people, you have to be in an international mode. So.
You have a good question. I haven't had any time to
You get the best answers.
The one thing is that I think it's important to go other places to see how other people are doing things, because you learn to look at your own culture with other glasses then, and you'll be more able to see your own culture if you have analyzed and observed other cultures. That's the one part I think is important. The other part is that you can say the world is shrinking. It's getting smaller, and because of the globalization, even in Denmark, even if it's far up north, even if it's very small, even if it's, I won't say that F word, cold in the winter time, people are coming from all over the world to Denmark, and we have a lot of racism, and both that people are angry and screaming after people with another color, and so, but also it can be very difficult to get a job if your name are not Jesper but Ahmed or something like that. So I think that the international work with social problems there, I hope it can help some of our students to look another way on all those racism problems. Good. And to be better to see that people from other cultures are a resource, not a threat. That's a very important thing, I think, for me.
I think that all of us need some instruments, some tools to think in an ordered way.
Is it good to be, I can't remember the word in English now, not unconscious. Of course, it's not good to be unconscious, but be uncertain on things, to be in doubt about what is right and what is wrong. I think it's important to dare be there, to dare say that it's possible to do things in other ways. It's possible that I'm wrong. What we discussed was that especially it's easy for an old guy that's me to say, of course, I doubt. Of course, I'm not sure on anything. But it's much harder for young people because you don't have that broad knowledge and you haven't been in trying that much things and so how could we do that? But I think it's very, very important to say I'm not the guy with the solution. I'm just another human being, and I think to learn to meet other people and to listen to other people. I think it's very, very important to help people themselves to be engaged in solving their own problems. I think that's a very important thing to work with.
Okay.
Great.
Actually, we have a little exercise. We call it, I'll give you something good at the video now. We call it, yes, I've made a failure. Because we want people to make failures.
Yeah, of course.
To try something and to accept, of course I'm a failure sometimes. So we do that little exercise because it's a gesture that shows victory. But it tells us that sometimes it's a victory to accept your failures.
For example, I'm paying by myself to be here, the flight, everything, yes. So it's a problem for sure. Unfortunately, I think that the cost cannot reduce so much because all the things are cost. But of course, many people and especially students are not able to attend because of the high costs.
Yeah, that's a good question too. But for me, it's okay. It doesn't seem that expensive for me, but of course it's a good-looking hotel and so. But you could say we are using a lot of money on a conference instead of using it on social work. That maybe is a problem. On the other hand, I think it's important, and I think it's good that we're meeting from all over Europe and discussing those things we're discussing here. And the morning here for me, talking about how to educate social workers was very meaningful. So I also think it's okay to use money for that. I don't know where you put the limit for the cost then.